Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Shay and welcome back to Utmost Phanology. Here is the subject for today's video, a Electrostar Bluestar 12-inch oscillating table fan. I got this from a fellow fan collector on eBay for £30 and I didn't even know that it was being sold by a fan collector at the time. It was hilarious and I only found out thanks to Connected, the fan collector, who told me that this was said seller, and this fellow fan collector watches my videos, so that was even more of a coincidence, and it was a very funny moment, kind of like a deja vu moment. But yeah, he's watched a few of my videos, he's commented on some, and I'm sure some of you, at least here in the UK, will know of him. And he goes by the name of Lucas A. Please go check out his channel. He's got some very beautiful fans in his collection, and I can't wait to see this year's edition of his fan collection. Yeah, I got this beautiful fan from him, and he's selling a few other fans right now on eBay actually. And I was kind of skeptical in the sense that, rather not skeptical, but rather two-minded on this fan, because I'm sure, for as many of you know, and for those of you who don't know, these things go quite brittle, and this one is actually quite discolored. I know the camera's not very good with colors usually, but yeah, this is quite yellowed, and unfortunately that is the case for a lot of these fans, and I believe Connected, the fan collector's one, is also just as yellowed, in the same kind of brittle condition, and so is Richie's one, which is a very big shame. Well, yeah, why don't we do the regular old thing with how I do my fan videos, have a look at a deeper look rather into the details and everything, and then we'll try run in all that jazz. Let's get on with it. Alrighty, zooming into the head of the fan, we have a very beautiful looking grill design here with a lovely ornament in the middle. I do love fans that have those fancy ornaments, and this one is quite unique with how it has a transparent logo which has the Electrostar badge on it. The base also has the same badge but with some wording around it for the kind of blue star logo there. The blades on this fan are kind of opaque. I don't know if that's a sun damage thing or anything, but I've been told by Connected, the fan collector, that the blades on this fan specifically are replacement blades from another fan, so I'm happy about that. They are quite a different color from the rest of the fan, that's for sure, and the badge that you see there is closer to the original color. Same with the blades. The other bits of blue plastic have become darker. And as mentioned before, these fans love to get brittle, and this is a main point of failure. The grills. There's a collector in Israel where these fans are made, who has a bunch of these fans. I believe he has like 5 or 10 or something, and he's got a couple of them with broken grills because they've just shattered and not taken on heat very well. It's impossible to find one of these in clean condition, as many other fan collectors have told me and I've seen in their videos. But yeah, if somebody does have one in clean condition, you have a unicorn of a fan. But yeah, let's have a look a bit lower down on the base. Oh, and that reminds me, Connected, the fan collector, also told me that the blades on this fan are very, very identical or similar to the blades on a Calor table fan. Like he has, I believe he has 2 of them, and just after doing a bit of studying, I can see why he says that. I believe he says that there's also a bit of difference in the pitch, but I guess, yeah, it does make sense in a way. the material that they've used on this is a bit thinner compared to the material on the Calor fans, of course. But yeah, moving down. And on the base, I apologize about the shadows there. It's kind of hard to see all the details when I don't have the spotlight on the desk. Like you can see the Bluestar badge, as you might have seen earlier. There's a standard institution logo or marking there, which I will take a picture of and put at the end of the video, as well as just underneath that the Electrostar Limited branding. And you can see the switches on this fan, which are very nice. I'd say they're the second best switches that I've experienced on a fan, after the diamond fan, of course. And you might have noticed that the number 1 switch is sticking up, and that's because the cover on it is broken. It just kind of slots in there and just stays up like that. But the switch works fine. And yeah, you can see some of the blue feet on it, and yeah, blue is quite a theme on this fan. They too have become quite worn out over the years. Right, looking at the side now. Alrighty, looking at the side here, it's got a very interesting shape of grill apart from the design, in that it indents quite a bit. And I forget where I've seen this. I think some Japanese fans have that kind of design, but one unique thing that I found with this grill is it doesn't make the same kind of noise that a lot of these fans do with ornaments in the middle, which is kind of like a whining sound. I believe you might, if you've seen a video of those Galaxy table fans, you'll know what I'm talking about. This fan doesn't have that for some reason, and I don't get that. But yeah, you can see some glue on the rear grille, and that's the one that's taken a lot of damage. Thankfully, the front grille is in okay shape. I mean, there's no cracks or anything, but the rear grille, oh my goodness, there's quite a lot of cracks, and Lucas has done a commendable job at repairing as many as possible, but I can already see some new cracks appearing, which is quite frightening. And as stated before, and I probably said this in a couple of videos back, but I'm trying to do some research on how to preserve fans that are scaled up like this. I've got quite a few fans that you guys know about now that have this issue, and I want to preserve these fans. So I asked ChatGPT one day and did some research online to find out how can I make plastic stronger, protect it from UV. And apparently there are sprays that are used for boats and things, like a boat liner or something, that could be used for this, and they are clear, so they don't really look like anything different once you've sprayed it on. But I need to do some more research before I try anything on any single one of these fans. But yeah, I digress. We can see the very interesting shape of motor casing here. There's half of it is metal and half of it is plastic, which is very different. Very heavy fan as well, as Richie would have said in his video. It's got some weight to it, and that's all coming from that motor there. It's got a very heavy duty neck, which I like. Plenty of material to work with should it ever break, and it's definitely needed for that very, very heavy motor. Moving down, the base is in good shape, at least from what you guys are seeing, but there is some scaling. Thankfully no cracks or anything yet, but I do want to, as mentioned before, do that research quickly before anything does happen to this fan. You can also see the handle there, which unfortunately isn't molded into the rear grille, so I can't really use that anymore. I just have to pick it up from the neck, like most of my sun damaged fans like this. But yeah, let's move it to the rear. And looking at the rear, you can see the very interesting design of the rear grille here and how it mounts and everything, and you can kind of see there's a big, very big crack on that mount there, which is quite concerning, but he's done a good job at gluing that up again. You can see, and there's a line of broken slats here, but he's also repaired those. So that's good. I don't think I'll ever be opening that grill ever. Not even to service this thing. I am very, very much scared of touching or messing with this fan. Oh, I mean, I don't mind moving it around, but geez, kind of freaks you out. The rear motor casing here, it looks a lot like the diamond in how maybe it's supposed to have a tag there or something, but it's a similar shape at least. I like the oscillator knob at the top there, which is a twisty type like a Taurus. So technically, maybe it will disengage itself. Should I push it or something? Like if it gets stuck or something, and you can see the very nice blue cable down here. There's a very big slit in the base there, which is apparently normal on these fans. Very strange, and you can see a bit of the lines if you look closer on the base. But yeah, let me show you the bottom of the base actually, and then I mean I don't usually do it like this, but I usually put that at the end of the video, but I'll try and show you the base now, and then we'll try and run this thing, as well as get some performance numbers. I've been told it's a very solid air mover, so let's see. Alrighty, here we go. If this fails, you guys will see on camera. There you go. Pause to read if you can. I have no idea if you can see this. It just says it's rated for 68 watts, I know that, and it's quite a heavy fan. If you guys couldn't see that, please do connect the fan collector's video, or I might put a picture down below, or even Richie's video, to be honest. They have shown it properly. Now, let's try run it and get some numbers off it. Alrighty, now that you've seen it running, let's get some numbers off this thing. As you might have seen in the video, and I'm not sure, actually, I'm not even sure if this is being shown up properly, but this thing is really shaky. It's quite out of balance, unfortunately. Amazing airflow though. Let's try and get some numbers, shall we? My oh my. This is low speed and we're getting 1259 feet per minute now. Yeah, 1259 feet per minute. That is insane. Oh my goodness. Let's try medium here. Shaking has intensified. Very, very nerve-wracking to see this. Let's see. We're up to 1300 feet now. Yeah, we are up to 1338 feet. Let's try high. Ooh. Oh my goodness, jeez. 1476 feet per minute. There we go. That is the highest number that I've ever gotten out of this thing. This is the highest. It's not the strongest fan. I mean, to put it, to give you an idea on how strong it is up neck and neck with the Amcor fan. Like, oh my goodness, this thing is properly strong. Now let me show you the wattage, and then we will end the video. Alrighty, here's the wattage on low speed. One thing I completely forgot to mention to you guys is that the oscillator on this thing, I believe it's the oscillator, it makes a funny sound when it's disengaged. And that's apparently quite common on these fans, or not common, but at least from the two fans I've seen operating, it's quite common between them at least. But yeah, let's do medium now. Here's medium at 51 watts. Yeah, this thing does eat quite a bit of power, as it mentioned on the base, and there's not too much variance in speed, but I guess it makes sense really. It's made for a hot climate. Let's do high. And here's high, 70 watts, just above the limit, which I am okay with, really. I'm not going to try, as mentioned before, I'm not going to try service this thing. I am too scared to mess with this thing maintenance-wise. My goodness. Ugh. But yeah, let's end the video now. So there we have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. I really do love this fan, and I know it's going to be more of a showpiece at this point, as it's kind of scary to use it because of how brittle it is and how much it vibrates and everything. It just kind of gets you nerve-wracking, and I know that sounds really stupid to say because a fan is a fan, right? It's made to do a purpose, but to try and preserve this thing, I'm going to try and use it not as much as my other fans, that's for sure. We'll probably just be sitting on the table there looking all nice against my curtains. Well, yeah, guys, feel free to let me know what you guys think of this down below. And as usual, I'll be saying the same old nonsense that I usually say, which is nobody's going to force you to subscribe. I'm not here to teach you how to use YouTube. I know many other channels and things always like to get subscribers. That's not what my channel is about, at least. I just want to show you some amazing finds that I've found and share with you my interest of fans, I guess. But yeah, all I have to say now is hopefully I'll see you in the next one, and bye for now.